Barak, Shalom, everyone. It's Out the Box Kingdom. Talk with me, Out the Box Kingdom. I hope you all are having a wonderful, wonderful yom. I just wanted to come on here right quick to talk to, once again, my sisters, the daughter of Zion, daughters of Yahuah. Um, I wanted to come on here to give words of encouragement, but also some tips and things like that, because like I was saying earlier about what self-hatred has done to a lot of us as far as the way we view ourselves, what we have been conditioned to believe what is considered as being beautiful. The world has taught us to convey after an image that is really not our image, um, and to chase after things that don't even make us who we are, and to hate really who we are. Um, and a person like me, I came to know as the Most High was dealing with me, keeping up with beauty standards definitely kills your pocket. And I say, like I said, hustle and bustle, and yet your pocket still has holes. You're going out of your way to try to keep up a standard. And even then, as we see in Hollywood, even then of keeping that type of appearance, there's still no guarantee that that's going to keep a arc in your life, right? Because of the brokenness and things that's still there. However, when you become heal or you're in a process of healing, you begin to love who you are and it starts to reflect on the outside, right? And people, you will hear people just literally tell you that you're a beautiful person, or like today, people complimented me on my hair today. Now, I've been on my natural hair journey since 20, I think 20, since 2013. I did the big chop. Most High started dealing with me then. I wasn't walking with him totally yet, but I did the big chop in 2010. And I watched my hair go from this, about maybe an inch or so. My cousin came and chopped it off. And at that point in time, I was just I just made my own hair butter and I had hair oil. But the issue about the hair journey at that moment in time is because the whole natural thing, us going back to the way the ancients have and making our own thing, was not really there yet. Even that whole natural thing around that time wasn't really all that. It was just coming about. But I became a product junkie, not knowing that a lot of the products that we were using to believe they was for us because they would use our people's face on there to promote, but it had endocrine disruptors and hormone, imbalancing stuff, but yet, and let alone carcinogen ingredients. So even though I was natural, from the hair straightening serums and heat protectants, quote unquote, shampoo and conditioner, if I were to go back and look up those brands now, and because I went through a natural skincare formulation course, skin and hair, I now know the things that we've been taught was great for our hair was causing damage to our hair, even consistently straightening our hair causing heat damage, right? So it wasn't until recently, I think it was last year. Yeah, it was last year. The year before, I put my own micro locks in, and I did my micro locks here and there for about 2 years. And the Most High kept showing me dreams that He wanted me to take them out and wanted me to go back to loose natural. And I thought maybe I did a lot of damage because I remember sometimes I'll accidentally intertwine my hair and I would have to almost like rip it. So I was like, I know I done did some damage, but went to my mom's beautician and she was just wonderful. She said, you didn't really cause that much damage to your hair than what you thought. But I knew that I did. And when I say I did, because back here, she had to cut it like super short. Like my hair was like in a mushroom type. This part was longer and it was hovering over the back compared to how it is now. And the only reason why I went to micro locks is because, or the Most High allowed me to do it, because it really taught me that our hair don't really need, but it taught me that our hair did not need a lot of manipulation to it. You know, we've been taught you gotta do this, you gotta do that. But the micro lock, sometimes I will go about 6 weeks or 2 months or so, and my hair was still growing. I didn't have to do much to it. I love the convenience of getting up and going, but what I realized also is because I became careless and lazy with my hair. And we have this desire of wanting our hair to be a certain length, but if you're not taking care of your hair, if you were trying to manipulate it, if you're trying to, um, what we've been taught is protective hairstyles and it's just gripping it, you know, it's going to cause split ends and things like that. So when I took it out and she had to cut my hair, especially the back of it super short, I was disappointed in myself because I knew how hard I had worked in my first, you know, um, first part of me being, you know, natural. I was taking care of my hair, doing deep conditioning mask and, you know, oiling it, making sure it was moisturized. But it's like the older I got, I felt like it became overwhelming or I was doing it for the wrong reason. So now, um, after she cut my hair, you know, for it to be healthy, now I'm in a time in my life where the Most High said, okay, now you went to school to naturally learn how to formulate skincare products. Naturally, you can make your own. And of course, I get to be the test subject, right? And so when I was talking to the Most High the other day, he said, you know, yes, you had to cut your hair short. He said, but you get the joy of seeing what the things that I have naturally put in the arret do for your hair. And he was right about that. I don't have to be fearful if this is going to cause me to be sick. You know what I'm saying? So on that note, I just wanted to come on here right quick to share some things to encourage you, those that you feel like you maybe cannot afford to buy from your sisters and y'all, or you're just curious to how to make your own hair care products. You know what I'm saying? You know what kind of oils to use, like castor oil is very great. Your shea butters, your beeswax, because that can help you make your own um hair grease or whatever. But you can get things like this from Amazon. Like this is a hair care, and this is like an aphrodisiac. Shikakai powder is actually it has a saponin, which is actually a natural it suds up, so that can be like a natural shampoo. You got your soap nuts that creates it has saponin in it, which is a natural soap that you can use for shampoo. It's pretty mild. Then I just now discovered this abunu mixed with flaxseed, slippery elm, and marshmallow root. When I say a great detingler with some slippage, and it doesn't set up, but it's a really great gentle hair cleanser. That's what I used on my hair yesterday. And let me tell you, my hair was so soft, a boom. And then of course you got your shea bake. You can actually turn this into an oil, and this is great for length retention. So Yah has so many things that we can use to help our hair to grow. And that's part of loving your hair. And also hibiscus water as a spray or hibiscus tea with a little bit of peppermint and rosemary. So this is part of loving who you are and how the Most High has called you to be. So when you love yourself, you're able to love others. And that's including your hair. Because that's what he's giving you, right? Your natural covering, right? It represents to me, it looks like a lion's mane to me because it grows out. But you have to take care of the very temple that the Most High has given you, a Shashay Mishkan, because that's where his Ruach HaKodesh dwells. I hope this encouraged you. Shalom.